What's up everyone, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and one of the most exciting features about the iPhone 4 is its new Retina display, and one of the ones that I'm most excited about. So I want to put the iPhone 4 head to head with the outgoing model, the iPhone 3GS, to see if it really does live up to the hype. So the specs on the iPhone 4 screen, it's got the same 3.5-inch display as the outgoing 3GS, except it's got a 960 by 640 resolution with an 800:1 contrast ratio, which makes it the highest resolution smartphone on the planet. On the outgoing model, the 3GS has a resolution of 480 by 320. So let's go ahead and do some real-world tests and see if this new Retina display actually lives up to the hype. So let's go ahead and open up notes on each, and I've got the same note open with the same test, and just looking at the screen, you can definitely see a difference right off the bat. The page looks more true to color, shows a bit more display. On the right, it looks a bit washed out. Let's zoom in on the text. See if you can see any sort of difference here before the camera starts to sort of blur out on us. Move these both down just a little bit. And of course, we've got the iPhone 4 here on the left and the 3GS there on the right. So just the point where the camera starts to blur, you can definitely see a difference in the screen, not necessarily the text. Let's go ahead and go to some websites and see if that's a difference as well on the text. So we will jump over to technobuffalo.com. We will zoom in. Go ahead and hit OK. We'll zoom all the way in as far as we can on the iPhone 4, and still no pixels. It looks very clear. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing here. And sort of text to text right next to each other, you can see that the iPhone 4 does look crisper, it does look clear, although I'm not seeing any sort of pixels when I'm zoomed in all the way on the iPhone 3GS, although the 4 is definitely easier to read. So far in the test, it doesn't look to be that big a difference. Let's go ahead and try some other tests. So one of the places you're supposed to notice a big difference with the screens is by viewing video. So what better place to watch a video than on YouTube? Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's go see if we can get some YouTube videos up on here. So we've got both phones ready to go here. I'm going to go ahead and load the same video with the top one that loads, which is the Motorola Droid unboxing that I did. So I'll go ahead and play both of those. This isn't really a speed test. We'll do a full comparison between these two phones at a later date. But we can at least see the quality of the video, and I'll leave them in the portrait orientation here as well. So that played at the end. That was weird. Let's try that one more time. We'll see how the quality looks here. I'll turn down the volume on this so you can just focus on the quality of the video.
Hey guys, John Rettinger here with an unboxing.
Alright, so let's see if there's any sort of difference that we can tell between the two. So we've got, of course, the iPhone 4 here and the 3GS. And again, sort of the same things that we saw with the text. It looks a little bit crisper, the colors look a little bit brighter, and things look a bit truer to reality on the iPhone 4 than they did on the 3GS, although it doesn't look like it's anything that revolutionary. I think when we start looking at pictures and images, perhaps we'll start seeing some differences. And speaking of pictures and images, let's see if there are any differences. Let's go ahead and check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. We'll close out of here as well. Let's go in and jump into photos and see if there is anything that we can notice. So here we've got a picture of my baby niece, and this is really the first time where I can notice a very big difference between the two when looking at photos. I can see that it's not necessarily crisp and clear here on the 3GS, and the iPhone 4, it really does look very nice. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit more and see if we can tell the difference, at least as much as the camera will let us focus. There we go. And you can see between the two of these, there does look to be a very noticeable difference here between the two displays. She looks cute in either one, but looks more natural and real to life here in the iPhone 4. Anyway guys, I wanted to give you a quick overview of the Retina display and see if it really is a deal breaker one way or another on the iPhone 4. It's like it's one of those things that certainly augments the whole package of the phone. Doesn't appear to be the sole reason to go out and buy one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.